Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video here on Bitcoin and therefore also a little bit on the markets of course, but we'll focus on Bitcoin. And then you can see right now a lot is correlated with Bitcoin. It's the standard that then an altcoin is correlated to Bitcoin, so therefore might also matter to some other altcoins and to most of you. But let's get right into it. So overall the price of Bitcoin right now is falling a little bit. After holding on relatively stable over the course of yesterday, even though yesterday, and we talked about that already in my middle of the day market updates, and in general, if you watch my two videos, no, not my two videos, if you watch my video yesterday, I said, I think this is the top, and we might still see a liquidation spike up to 96.5 thousand, where we have a lot of liquidity, and I still think that's possible, by the way. I'm not fully counting that out yet, but we might have that liquidity spike, but I do think this is at least a local top, and that from here we'll have a pullback, and that's what we're doing right now. So far so good. I have to say personally, I'm also short in the signal group. We went short on Bitcoin right here, just for the same reasons as why I told you yesterday. That I thought it was most likely that Bitcoin would drop down. And sometimes when I'm relatively certain about that, I put some money on the line. So that's what we did. But yeah, I mean, so far we're dropping. But like I said, it's not completely over yet. I mean, right now we're at 91.7 thousand. The main level I'm looking at, and I'll show you that. We'll zoom in a moment on Bitcoin, and then you'll see it more clearly. But 93,000 is the main level, and look, Monday and Tuesday we had super strong bidding coming in from the US. So what could happen today is that we reclaim 93,000 easily during the New York Open. We spike up to 97,000, and we might even hold up there for some time, right? So that is certainly still a possibility. But right now, I do think it's most likely we'll pull back, and we'll talk about some targets in a moment. First of all, taking a look at the fundamentals. Look, what we knew already yesterday when you saw Monday and Tuesday is that we had a lot of volume, and at the same point of time we also had a very, very high and increasing Coinbase Bitcoin premium, and yesterday was already different in the sense that the volume already wasn't that high anymore, and then even though it's taking a hell of a long time to load, I can tell you the Coinbase Bitcoin premium, as you can see right here, also did not increase anymore like it did the day before. And right now it's even decreasing to a certain extent, which is bearish, right? And then apart from that, you can also see that the S&P 500 pre-market is trading down a little bit lower. Excuse the extremely messy chart, but it is trading lower. Potentially just filling the gap, because ultimately, look, I'm not bearish on the S&P 500. I think this is all normal price action, but the volatility index is also going up slightly. I think U.S. bond yields are also up slightly, but that's a bit of a guess. No, those also increased. So therefore, the bullish news that we had yesterday about the U.S. and China has disappeared. That's causing the financial markets in general to pull back a bit, and then we're also seeing less strength for Bitcoin specifically. And then if we zoom in on Bitcoin right here, what you can see is that we had an imbalance right here at 92,200. We had a strong reaction there yesterday evening, bounced up from there, but you can see right now the price opened in the same value area as where the price stabilized yesterday, but we dropped down below that very quickly. We retested that break, which you can see right here, and then right now we're dropping. Now the first level I'm looking at, and I think that is potentially one of the most important levels, is this level right here at 91,200, because one of the main things that I do want to warn you for is that we have a lot of imbalances here to the downside, right? Fair value gaps, single prints. So what that means is that there are magnets to the downside to push the price down into. And then outside of that, the price can also move through those levels very, very quickly, right? So 91,200, that's the value area high of the value area we had on Tuesday. If we break back into that, all right, so if we're unable to find support around 91,000 and we drop down below that, or at least we accept back under that, we can drop down into the next support level right here at 89,000 easily. There's a naked POC at 88,200, so then it can all of a sudden go very, very quickly, right? And at this point of time, I think it's most likely that we will drop down to 91,000, and then based on the reaction there, we can either find some stability and maybe still get that liquidation spike up, or or we do not find a lot of support there, volume stays low, S&P keeps dropping down lower, and then we'll have a cascading effect down. And at this point of time, I think it's better to assume that this is going to happen. And that's also what I'm personally positioned for. But those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know. For now, thank you for watching. Take care, and bye.